Hi everybody, my name is Rachel and welcome to my YouTube channel. A couple days ago, my canister to my Shark vacuum broke and I was a little bit sad because this vacuum that I had was a really heavy duty vacuum. It cleaned any type of messes that you have, so I didn't want to end up getting another vacuum that wasn't going to meet all of the things that I needed for it to have, such as the suction. I want to make sure that it has really good suction to clean up all the messes that I come in contact with here in my home, and that you guys will as well. Finally came to something that I feel is going to not only do the job, but was also affordable for us as well. So after tons of research, I came to the Eureka Rapid Clean Pro. The reviews are absolutely great. It is cordless, which is really cool because I was wanting to also look for something that was going to be convenient and not so big and clunky and heavy. And when I'm feeling kind of lazy, just something that I could just be like, super easy, just grab it and just go and start cleaning. I will be leaving a link down in the description down below. I purchased it off of Amazon and it came within the same day. So I am so excited. Okay, so here we are. So this is the largest part. This will be the canister. And I could already tell you one thing first that I didn't even mention. Just like picking up the box is not even heavy. Like everything together is not heavy. So that's something I'm really excited about because I do have carpal tunnel here in my right hand. And so I'm really looking forward to that. Ooh, let's see. Nice. Oh, it is beautiful. And look at the color. It's a beautiful color. Nice and fancy. It's nice and sleek, it feels good in your hands, and it is plastic, but it is a heavy duty plastic. It's not like one of those cheap plastics that that you could just like break with your hands. No, like this is a really good, sturdy feeling. So it's a good plastic. And here is the attachment. Also really nice color, beautiful, nice and sleek. And it also feels good. It doesn't feel like a cheap aluminum that you could just like bend it in half. It's good feeling, good and sturdy. That's what we want, Want it to last for a long time. And then the little attachment here. So it has this little lever to release. This I will be using tons, especially like for the high chair. So I could just plug it in. Let me see. Plugs right in and I could just, clean up the high chair or the vehicle. Nice. Some bristles. I like that it's not too wide, so this way it can fit like underneath anything. It can fit underneath your chairs, just anything that might not be too wide that you want to really get in there. And with like a lot of your vacuums you can't fit in there, this will be really good for that. And then we have this attachment here. Very cool. They're nice bristles too. Nice. Okay, I don't want to take that out because the little screws, but it comes with the little screws and the dock to mount it on the wall. And then the power cord, which we all know what a power cord looks like. All right, and for our test, our first test will be here, the flour test that we always see for the vacuum testing. Second will be for crumbs. We have some Tostito chips. And for the hair, I will be using some string. I just cut some pieces of string here so we can pretend that it is hair. The vacuum has not been charged yet, so let's just see how much charge and power that it comes with straight out of the box. Okay, so now for our final test here with our fake hair. Let's go ahead and see if it picks it up. And every single one of our fake hairs, I put about like 6 or 7 little fake hairs, they were all picked up right away. So for the larger crumbs, it picks up really great crumbs really quickly. Also the hair, our little hair, it picks up that super easily. And for the flour, that was the only one that we had a little bit of a difficulty with. It wasn't just like a quick, like one little swoop over. But I mean, even with my heavy duty vacuum, I would have gone over a few times just to ensure that I got everything up. Okay, so first, this is to turn it on. It's on high. And as you see, the battery's not even fully charged. So we want to give this guy a fair trial. And then that's for the low. So it's got the 2 speeds, low and the high. And then the off. I can already tell you already, I'm really going to enjoy this little guy. Let's see what it's picked up already so far. Yeah, very cool. It is the next day and we are going to do the second half of our testing. We're going to do it on my tile floor so you guys can see what it's like now on a tile floor on a harder surface. I went ahead and charged this. It's been charging all night and as you see the lights are no longer flashing, so it is finished charging. Okay, so before we start the second half of our testing, I wanted to show you here this cool little lip that it has here. So whenever you're like in the middle of vacuuming and you just want to set it on something, it won't fall. That's a really cool feature. Also, I just wanted to mention again that this is very lightweight. So, I mean, if you have any problems with carpal tunnel like I do, or arthritis, or just don't have a whole lot of strength in your arms, this is a really great option. My daughter, she is 4. She just recently turned 4 a couple weeks ago, and she uses this with very little effort, and it is easy for her to manage and maneuver. She, of course, wanted to have a try, so I gave her a try, and she had so much fun with it. So it just gives you guys a little idea of the weight and the manageability of it and how easy it is to use. All right, and here we go again. We have flour, we have some Tostito chips, and we have some thread that I cut up to use as our quote-unquote hair. On high, of course, because I mean, why wouldn't we? All right. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. At all. Awesome. Okay, so it definitely has no problem picking up anything fine on hard surfaces. Here we go. Test number 2 for the chips. Let's see what it's like for picking up crumbs. All right, and as you see, everything is gone. So it is also really good at picking up crumbs on both hard surfaces and on carpet. So it did pass a test for both in that area. The last and final here, we have the hair. Let me scoot it back so you can see our hair. And let me go ahead and pick that up. And all of our hair is gone. So it also does very well at picking up any hair that you may have. Human hair, I haven't had any pet hair because we don't have a pet. I'll maybe try this over at my mom's for pet hair, but for human hair, which can, you know what I mean, we all have, it takes all of the hair off really good off of both hard surfaces and off of carpet. So that is also really good too. As you see from the little bit that we have used, because we did play with it a little bit yesterday, it has got in here in the roller a little bit of hair and also some of the string from our carpet and some thread. So let me show you how to take this all out here. It has a little lever right here, and just going to open it up and take this out. It comes right out. Comes right out. Sorry, I didn't even read the instructions or anything, so I was just like hoping that's how you did it, and it's really straightforward. That's really how you do it. It's just one little lever. I was looking to see if there was one on this side, but there's not. So you just pull it out here, and then you can just clean it on off. And you'll definitely want to do this with your vacuum quite often. I mean, I always do. It doesn't matter what vacuum I have, because you want it to run well and for it to run for a very long time. So just keeping up your vacuum, just a little bit of maintenance. I mean, this just takes a couple of minutes to do, just to sit on the floor, get a trash can like I have here, and just toss it all on out. So it is all cleaned out, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this little guy on back. Let's see here. There we go. And then put this back on. So the vacuum is very easy to use, which is something that I do like. You know, we want it to be convenient and something that we don't mind pulling out and using, and not something that we're gonna dread using, right? And just snaps right back in. Comes with tape on here. I wanna show you guys how to open up the canister. I haven't done it yet. Has some tape to pull the tape off here. And it has here a lock and an unlock. Let's see if you can see that. A lock and an unlock, and as you can see, the little arrow here is on the lock. So let's turn it over to the unlock, and this will be for the filter. And there's the filter underneath there. So here we have for the dust cup, we're going to have the release for it. And it just releases and comes right out. And with our little lever here, just releases it. I just kind of give it a nice little tap to make sure all the debris and everything is completely out. I'll go ahead and close it. And I always rinse my canisters from time to time. You'll want to do that. And the filter, the replacement for the filter, you want to keep that replaced and good and clean. You can also rinse this. As you can see, it has already picked up quite a bit of dirt and debris, which, I mean, that's what we want it for. And then we'll put this little guy back on. But look at how much it has cleaned up. I mean, it cleaned up very well. Go ahead and put this back on. And it just snaps right back on. You want to put the bottom half first, and then the top. So bottom, and then push the top back on. Okay, now for this other part, let's go ahead and release this. So I'll press this, and we're gonna release this portion of it. So now we have this part, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this portion to try it out. Okay, so there's a couple of reasons why I'm excited for this, just this portion of the attachment, is because I would use it for a couple different things. One being my high chair. If you guys have children, you know that, they leave a lot of crumbs behind. So I would definitely use it for my high chair and also for my vehicle. So I do like that it has this option here. Okay, so we do have some crumbs here that we need to pick up. Okay, so this piece is on, and then you can put that like that. Turn it back on. And that's that piece. Okay, so Mila's gonna demonstrate how she does it and how easy it is to use the vacuum. Go ahead, Mama. Good job. To be fully honest with you guys, I'm having to record this portion a second time. The first time when I took the vacuum straight out of the box, I forgot to press record, but I will give you the results. For the flour, it did not pick it up on the first go. I did have to go over it a few times to make sure that it did pick up the flour, which wasn't a big deal breaker to me anyways, because I would have gone over it a few times regardless, even with my heavy duty vacuum. And for the chips, it picked it up like a breeze. So let me show you. Okay, so the battery is fully charged, and I am going to do it obviously on high. And It looks like there may be some left still in here in the fibers of the carpet. So as I said, I would just need to go over it a couple more times just to make sure it's gone. So let me do that. And that's literally how I would have cleaned it up, just going back and forth. If this would have been a real life mess, that's how I would have taken care of it. Next, for the chips. Let's go ahead and take care of those. And it picked it up super easy. On high, this is the time that I got, 20 minutes and 7 seconds. And I wanted to show you guys, I didn't get a chance to because it went off way too quickly, but it does start to beep to give you a warning. Not a beep, but the light starts to flash and it'll give you a warning when it's about to turn off. And on high, I got it, like I said, for 20 minutes and 7 seconds. Okay, so to wrap up this video, I want to talk to you guys about the things that I liked about the vacuum and did not like about the vacuum. Okay, so to start off with, I do want to say that I did really like the vacuum. I really liked that it was light. It was convenient to use, something that I don't have to be like struggling. Like, do I really want to pull out my big old vacuum? It's just really light and easy to just grab right on the go. It has different attachments, which makes it easy. You could either vacuum up the floors, the hard floors, or the carpet, or even pull it off and do the attachment to clean something like your high chair or your vehicle, which is absolutely great. I like that it has a good long running time. And I like the two different settings. I like that it has a high setting and a low setting, which is also really great. But for me, I obviously will always most likely go for the high setting because, I mean, that's just me. I want to make sure that it is really suctioned up really good, whatever it is that I'm cleaning. What I wasn't too thrilled about is the suction for on the carpet. Now, when we did our test for the flower test on the carpet, as you saw, it did a good job, a decent job at cleaning it up, but you did have to go over it a couple times. Once you went over it a couple times, then it did come up. So, I mean, it could be either, you know, a hit or miss because of that situation, but I wouldn't say that I wouldn't buy it because of only that part of it, because I mean, I really honestly, if I were to have a spill of flour or something fine like that, I would just go ahead and do it over a couple times just to make sure that it is all sucked up and everything is out of the fibers of my carpet. So I'm not going to say that that would be a reason that I would not purchase it. The things that I'm going to need it to clean up the most is going to be, first of all, crumbs, because snack time, I mean, we have snack time and the crumbs, you know, with kids and even with ourselves when we're like munching on chips and stuff, there's crumbs. Cleans up the crumbs no matter what surface it is, hard or on carpet. And also it picks up the hair because for myself and my two girls, we shed, especially myself. I want to make sure that it is picking up that hair no matter what the surface is and that it is getting all of that up. It is easy to take apart and clean the filters, clean the canister, and also to clean the round bristle brush. So the question is, would I recommend this vacuum? And yes, I would. I would recommend this vacuum to those of you who are looking for an easy, convenient, cordless vacuum that is affordable and within most of our price ranges. If you're looking for something that has like really high powered suction that is a cordless vacuum, then that would be something like a Dyson that you are wanting to get. But those are pretty expensive, but if you can afford them, then that would be the one that you would want. But for a lot of us, we can't afford a like $600 vacuum. So for something that is only like $150, when I purchased it, this vacuum is $150. I will leave the link down in the description down below. I don't know how much it'll be because Amazon fluctuates, but it shouldn't fluctuate too much. So for that price, a lot of us can afford that much more easily and it not break our pockets. A vacuum that works well, looks good, and gets the job done. All right, you guys, I hope this video was very helpful to you and that it answered some or all of your questions that you have on this cordless Eureka vacuum and that you truly did find it helpful. Thank you, Mila, for helping us.
You're welcome.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, share with a friend, and leave a comment. Thank you so much, and God bless. Bye.
Bye.